MF711. Wow, he's just a little guy. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Flat Thunder channel. My name's Andy and this is an early edition of a skid loader. It's a Massey Ferguson MF, little Mf'er if you will, model 711. And we're gonna try to get this thing running today. I believe it's been sitting and not in the running condition for 20, 25 years, somewhere in there. Dad rescued it out of a barn where it was sitting. And today we're gonna try to start it. Here we go. Little Mf'er. That's what we got on this one. It's got a Wisconsin V4 in it. Model 711 hydrostatic drive. Bunch of hoses and pumps and things in there. Took the new tires off the other old skid loader that he had, the Ford. I think this one's going to be a winner. This one's got hydrostatic drive instead of the chain drive like that little Ford he had. It's got some version of a homemade quick attach. Oop. Oh, and look at that. It's only got 1,047 hours, if you believe that. No ignition switch. You're gonna have to rig something up there. Throttle works. Those kind of appear to work. Who knows where they're at? They move though. It's a cute little skid loader. It's a Wisconsin engine. These things are troopers. Same engine that was in the other skid loader. We have today a Zenith carburetor here for our new project. It's an updraft carburetor, and like every carburetor that we touch, needs rebuilt. Let's start tearing into this thing and get it all cleaned up. Give you a little closer look. If you can focus on that. Zenith. And then the other side says Bendix. As always, we're going to completely disassemble this thing and drop her in our Chem Dip bath. Yeah, let's go for a dip. Ba-loop. Let that baby soak for a while. Got the old face shield out to act as kind of a beard shield to keep all that nasty gook and splashback out of the old beard mesh here. We got our carb kit from Mike's Carburetor Parts K0762, made in USA. That's awesome. We also got a brand new float to put in this bad boy because you don't want to deal with a stuck float or a heavy float. Let's get this thing out of the carb goo, blow it off, hit it with some pressurized cleaner, blow it off again, and hope everything works the way it should. Here we go. That's the good nasty goo. All sorts of goodies and grime in there. Just gonna spray it off in this box to catch all the goo. See, it's in our kit of goodies here. New rubber tip float, that's good. We got some rubber jobby doos in there. I didn't take these out before we dipped it because I didn't know if we had them. I think those are in there. At least I hope they are. We'll go ahead and pop out these bushings for the butterfly shafts. The previous owner stopped running it because it didn't have spark. So we knew it had ignition fault in it. This thing has the old magneto in it, and Dad preliminarily took the old magneto out and took it to someone to rebuild it. He's more familiar with those. I have no idea how they work. I've never taken one apart. Simultaneously, when he took that magneto out to have it repaired and refurbished, I had the carburetor on my workbench, and we rebuilt that with a new rebuild kit. So we need to get the carburetor back on. The ignition should be good to go, and hopefully we can get some fuel to it, and the carburetor is good, and whoever rebuilt the magneto is good. It's gonna start, maybe. I didn't even take the carburetor off of this thing, so I don't know where it goes. Okay, here it is. Goes underneath there. It's an updraft carburetor right here in the middle, and sucks up. The exhaust is also attached to it. So here's your exhaust, and this side's your intake here. So the carburetor will go hang down in there. Just need to get it back in there. Feels like there's an old gasket or something on there still. Oh, look at that. That's a beaut. She came off in one piece. It's a thick one. Here's the freshly rebuilt carburetor. I'm going to flash after this scene or before this scene of the rebuild process. All cleaned up. It says Bendix on it, but it's really a Zenith. It says Zenith over here. Zenith carburetor, I believe model 68. So yeah, we're ready to go. All nice and clean. Hopefully everything is the way it's supposed to be. Got our new gasket here, and let's get her tucked up in there. How you turn it, really? It needs to be a socket head. And something's a little more interesting. You gotta go in between the two manifolds to get it. That's hokey. Hey, you know, you do what you gotta do to get it in there. I didn't think there was enough room for a socket. I really didn't. We got it tightened up. Just need to get some linkages hooked up here, it looks like. Fuel line over there, and then a choke cable. It's been a long way around. We had to take the carburetor back out, as you notice, because the choke linkage on the other side was backwards. The throttle cable we got on, I got a little wire job holding it on because as we were playing with it, it fell out. And this is some kind of governor down here. I have no idea how that works. Whether the throttle's full on or, let's see if I can do it from here. Full on. Maybe it does work, I don't know. And there's full idle, but it still can slap around. I don't know what's happening there, but that's hooked up the way I think it goes, really the only way it can go. Then the other side, like I said, the choke was on backwards. It was, yeah, I even looked at the pictures and put it back the way it was in the picture, and it was upside down. So we got it so you pull it, the choke closes, and you push it, the choke opens. Oh, it's a golden, yummy, like varnish. Now, supposedly Dad put new gas in there, but I don't know. That looked pretty nasty. Probably empty. If it isn't empty, it's clogged with goo in the port. And that black goo is probably the gasket falling apart, jammed up in there, or the seals for the off valve. Yummies. Okay. Got tired of messing with that. There's no fuel in the tank. It's plugged. It's full of goo or something. So we got our auxiliary tank here professionally mounted with a pile of zip ties. And I mean, this thing's, yeah, it's ready to work. It's out of the way of the arms. You got a little kink there, but that'll be all right. So what we're going to do now is we're going to try to bump this thing over and see if fuel is coming out of the fuel pump here. I'll leave you guys up here. You let me know. I think our fuel pump's shot, either that or it's just not getting fuel to it. What do you guys think? Fuel coming out of there? There's no fuel getting to the fuel pump. So hear bubbles in the tank. Not hearing it. Had a little bit of a hiccup there. The fuel line must have been bent too tight, or I think there may have been something clogging up that old steel line. So We disconnected it from the tank and blew back through out towards the fuel pump, and now we got fuel flowing. Let's get up here and try to see if the pump's pumping again. It was shooting some. Oh yeah. Now she's bubbling up there. If we can keep it full, I think it's gonna pump. Good news is if it's leaking, that means we got fuel down here. Now if we can get it pumped up into our carburetor. So this guy right here is the magneto, and when you push this button down here, this little toggle level, can you see it? You push this button down, that'll kill it because it's grounding out the magneto. Stud here is to put your own wire on, so we're going to get our own wire on there. We get our own wire on there for a kill switch. The other loose end, we just routed around back here, and here's our professionally installed battery. And if we want to turn this off, we just touch it to the red cable, which is the ground in this instance. Yeah, so pop that on the ground, we should be good to go. Let's go up here and pull our choke. Make sure our throttle's all the way back. And let's give it a try, let's see what happens. Starter switch. Do you see that pop of smoke? She's gonna do it. Exhaust leaks a little. Yeah! Little Mf'er's running. First time in 20 to 25 years. Yeah! And she didn't try to drive away yet. That's good. Might be burning a little bit of oil, but that might also be we put 2-stroke gas in it. Can't hate on this throttle response though. little Mf'er is alive and well, I think. At least the engine part. Gonna have to dive into the hydraulics a little bit, but accomplished. Will it start after sitting 20 to 25 years? Yes, it will. Outside company rebuilt the magneto for Dad, so the ignition system was good. I rebuilt the carburetor for him, and we got this old girl going again. Kind of sounds like a little diesel, it's a little knocky, but good throttle response. Let's real quick see if we can look at the hydraulic oil and see if we could top it off and make it go. Oh, well, I agree with this, but the oil fill is underneath the seat, barely on the dipstick, so that's probably, hopefully, all of our problems. We got the little pail pump here, and there goes the oil. 4 million pumps later, should have her topped off, or at least with 5 more gallons. We put some oil in little Mf'er. We should have checked that first, really. It was really low. Didn't take a whole 5 gallons, but we did add quite a bit. Let's fire it up and see if it's got some more functionality than it did before. We also put that replacement hose in the tilt, so we should be able to function the bucket in both directions and then kind of try to toggle the drives. Previously it had nothing. Here we go. Woo! Tilt function. Ooh, we got stuck a little. Oh, she wants to do something. It's kind of exciting and scary at the same time. Little MF'er. She runs, she drives, she turns, she goes forward, backward, lifts the arm, dumps the arm. I mean, what more could you ask for? Maybe a parking brake, ignition kill switch, safety features. But yeah, I couldn't move you around a lot because I don't know if it has a parking brake, and if it does, it probably doesn't work. But yeah, I'm super thrilled with that. Little MF'er has a new life. If you like this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Leave your questions and comments in the section below, and don't forget to punch that subscribe button your way out. Thanks for watching, everyone.